Hello, and welcome to another edition of Beyond the Bubble. I'm your Eric Jackson.
And I'm Allie Pritchett.
Let's get you started with all the latest national news. The search for survivors of the missing cargo ship El Faro was suspended on Wednesday. The U.S. Coast Guard concluded on Monday that El Faro sank after being caught in the middle of Hurricane Joaquin. A crew of 33 people were on board the cargo ship that was sailing from Jacksonville, Florida to San Juan, Puerto Rico. The owners of the El Faro said that the captain of El Faro was aware of the hurricane's direction, but felt confident he could sail around the storm. As the cargo ship approached the path of the hurricane, the ship's propulsion stopped working. Coast Guard Captain Mark Fedor said that, quote, if they were able to abandon ship and put on their survival suits, they would have been abandoning ship into that category for hurricane. So you're talking about 140-mile-an-hour winds, 50-foot seas, zero visibility. It's a very dire situation, a very challenging situation even for the most experienced mariners. End quote. Debris from the ships along the survival suits, lifeboats, and life rafts have been recovered, but no survivors have been found.
On Saturday, the father of 26-year-old Chris Harper Mercer publicly addressed his son's gun rampage. In an interview with CNN, Ian Mercer said that his son should not have had access to guns. Mercer stated that he disapproves of owning firearms and said, quote, that's what guns are, the killers, end quote. 14 guns were found in Chris Harper Mercer's possession following the shooting at Umpqua Community College that killed 9 people and injured 9 others. Mercer declined to comment on his son's mental health. To see the interview, visit CNN.com.
In light of this tragic shooting, Viking Fusion reporter Sarah O'Carroll interviewed Berry safety personnel about campus safety.
The mass shooting at a community college in Roseburg, Oregon on October 1st has reignited the national debate on campus security. Nearly a quarter of the 160 identified active shooter incidents in the U.S. between 2000 and 2013 occurred in educational environments, according to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Shannon Bond, adjunct professor of kinesiology at Berry College, says that as hard as it may be to imagine an active shooting on campus, false optimism can do more harm than good.
The Berry College police are highly adept and trained at handling anything like that. They recognize that we live in a world where there are things that can happen, and we are a world here at the Berry College bubble where we have everyone here, and we also have a gate that, even though we have a new gate, that people pass through.
Bond says that a person's initial reaction should depend on the active shooter's location.
You need to consider, what is the response? Is the threat near me, in my building, or on campus?
Bobby Abrams, Director-in-Chief of Campus Police, describes how the police would react in an active shooter situation.
Procedures change now to where as soon as you can get on scene, you enter the building and try to neutralize the threat. And we know that these are very limited in time, 3 to 5 minutes. And in most all cases, upon the response of the police into the building, the shooter kills himself or ends up with a shootout with police.
Bond says that if you know the shooter is in your building, begin blocking entrances.
We have got to take steps and measures to slow the situation down. Remaining calm, block doors, make sure that they can't get in easily. And it has been found that most often an active shooter who tries a door that they can't get in, they drop it. One, it slows them down. They don't know what's on the other side of it. They have a plan, and you're messing up their plan.
Bond explains that in a classroom situation, even one person with a plan of action can be the difference between life and death.
It's not sit still. It's not freeze. It's what is our plan. 1, say no. 2, I'm not going to let you just take me. 2, what do I need to do to put anything I can between me and you? You throw things at them. You throw tables, you throw chairs. Disarm if you can. Why? If they don't have the weapon and you do, they can't use it.
Gary Will, Assistant VP for Emergency Response Management, says taking drills seriously and signing up for Berry alerts are 2 practical ways to prepare for the worst.
The one thing that we are really working on is providing information. We have the Berry alert that if there is an active shooter that would happen on campus, we would activate a Berry Alert. That's why it's important that everybody signs up and stays in the Berry Alert system. The other thing that we've done is in the last 6 months, we have installed the outdoor emergency notification system, the tornado sirens, that are tested every first Friday of the month at 11:55 a.m. And if there was an active shooter on campus, those also would go off.
Though no one can predict when and if an active shooting will occur, Abrams says it's always important to stay alert.
From my side would be that the students are just aware of their own situational safety, that they do think about, I hate the word the berry bubble, but everybody thinks they can just float around, and it's good to have the feeling that you're safe and secure, but you can also feel too safe and secure. And think through situations in every different classroom. What's your escape route? What would you do if so-and-so happened? So, planning on their own part.
For Viking Fusion News, I'm Sarah O'Carroll.
What they don't know scares.
Thanks, Sarah. A follow-up story will be posted on Viking Fusion next week. U.S. Air Force Airman First Class Spencer Stone was stabbed Thursday morning in Sacramento, California. An Air Force official stated that Stone was attacked while defending a friend. His condition is considered serious. Deputy Ken Barnard of the Sacramento Police said that the stabbing is unrelated to the terrorist attack that occurred in August. Stone was awarded the Airman's Medal for Bravery after preventing an armed terrorist from attacking a train in France. BBC.com has more on this story.
2 anonymous U.S. officials told CNN on Thursday that a Russian ship launched missiles at Syria. 4 of these missiles crashed into Iran. Where these missiles landed is currently unknown. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu reported that all 26 missiles hit their targets. Whether or not Shoigu was referring to the same missiles that the anonymous U.S. officials reported is unclear. No casualties from the missile crashes have been reported.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight on Beyond the Bubble. For more news on Barrie, the Rome community, and beyond, be sure to stay right here. With Viking Fusion News, I'm Allie Pritchett.
And I'm Eric Jackson.
See you next time.